My name is Hloni and I am an educator assistant at Progress Comprehensive High in Pimville. I have been an educator assistant it's been a year now, and it has been a very, very great experience. I teach grade 11s life orientation, and I teach grade 10 as well. As a queer person being in the government space, you are challenged with a lot of things, but it is only up to you how you face them and deal with them properly, just so you can be good at your job and always progressing. The school obviously does know about my sexuality, although it has been nothing that was spoken about. We have just, people are educated. It is an educational system, so I am assuming they know what homosexuality or transgender people are. And we do have LGBTQI students as well, or queer students. All my queer students are out loud and proud, Lucky enough, queer pride and everything that has to do with the LGBTQI community is part of the syllabus. So being a queer teacher and knowing these things, it's quite easy for me. I think we could have talk sessions, road shows where we interview students and asking them about gender, sexuality, and get more in depth with the topic at discussion outside of the class. My students just really love me, my colleagues and the parents just welcome me. They've always been warm, they still are warm, and I'm not experiencing any troubles. Being on social media helped quite a lot, especially TikTok. These kids are always on TikTok, they are always on social media, so being a familiar face to them helped a lot in terms of how to engage with me.
There's so many contributions that Hloni always gives out to the school. We had a funeral of a learner, and Hloni was just hands-on in the memorial service of the learner. When we need stapling or helping with printing and sorting out papers, Hloni is just there contributing or helping us, whether in class, whether a teacher is absent, always volunteering to go and watch the kids so that they don't make noise for other classes, always coming out as top performing, always dressed well for work.
We've been friends since childhood. She's always been an adventurous person. She's always been flamboyant. Hloni's a people person. She's always bubbly, and I guess that's what people love about her. That's what I personally love about her. And I've known her my whole life, and I love her. She's always involved in community initiatives. There was an initiative that she took part in terms of, the fiber in our community. She also MCs a lot of gigs in our community, such as weddings, sometimes in funerals. She'll stand in. So she's just that type of person. She's always willing to lend a helping hand. I think that's the experience that most of the people in my community would say about Hloni.
The fact that I am self-aware, I'm living my best life, I know exactly who I am, and being myself, basically, besides you can get discrimination setbacks at any time, but being self-aware and knowing who you are, living your life as a queer person, that is the one thing I think that keeps me grounded. Basically, what makes me a queer icon is the fact that being able to navigate through life in South Africa as a black transgender woman and still come out strong, despite all the challenges that we face as black transgender women in this country, having to become strong and living our best true life still, and also living in a country that our constitution protects us, but it only protects us on paper. It isn't really something that has been implemented all over the country. But however, being able to stand up strong still with these challenges that I've just mentioned, I think that's what makes me a queer icon.